What is up, YouTube? This is Shoutout here, bringing you guys another Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. This is a mixed tier battle I had against TheLastChary, and I brought stuff and he brought stuff. But before I get into the battle, I do want to mention that I managed to make it on Pokemon Pit Beta, so if you want to go check it out, I'll leave a link in the description below, and you can go feel free to check it out and whatnot. But back to the battle, I decided to use not especially defensive Piloswine. I'm using a fully defensive Piloswine. I'm also using a Choice Banded Armaldo, a Life Orb Slowbro, Subroost Kyurem, Eviolite, Calm Mind, Duosion, and I'm using Techloom. As for my opponent, he is using a Lopunny, a Thunderous Fairy, a Chandler, a Steelix, Conkeldurr, and a Pikachu. I do have to look out for Chandler though, because it is a major threat to my team, especially if it does have the Hidden Power Fighting, because Hidden Power Fighting is able to take out both my Piloswine and my Kyurem, and then it could just go for a Shadow Ball to obliterate the rest of my team. So I have to be on the lookout for that. So with that being said, let's get on with the battle, guys. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my Piloswine here, and he's going to lead off with his Ho-Ho-Ho Lopunny thing, I don't know, but yeah, so first turn, I'm going to go ahead and set up my Stealth Rocks as he goes for not the Drain Punch, Dizzy Punch, and that's really not going to do a lot of damage to me because I am fully defensive invested. And now he's going to go for another Dizzy Punch, hoping to maybe confuse me, but he doesn't, which is really unfortunate for him because now I am able to go for an Earthquake, which does a decent amount of damage to his Lopunny. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch out to my Duosion here, expecting him to go for a Drain Punch, which he did, which is really good on my end, because now I can go ahead, get up a free Calm Mind. But unfortunately for me, he is going to go for the Thunder Wave, and that is kind of going to cripple my Duosion, because now I have a chance of being paralyzed every turn, and that's kind of bad for me, because then he could just bring in something to take out my Duosion, and that's not very good. So I do get the Calm Mind boost with the special attack and special defense, so now I'm going to go for Hidden Power Fighting as he goes for Dizzy Punch, and the Dizzy Punch isn't going to do a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and just go for the HP Fighting like I did say, and that's going to be a 2-hit KO, but I decided to switch up moves here, expecting him to possibly go out to his Chandler, but he decided to stay and go for another Dizzy Punch before he dies as I go for the Psyshock. And now his Lopunny is a dead Lopunny, so that's pretty good for me. So now he's going to go out to his Thunderous here. He's going to go for a Thunderbolt, and I knew I could at least take one because I am at +1 special defense with the Eviolite and whatnot. But unfortunately for me, I get the Parallax Hex here, and I'm not able to go for a Psyshock to damage his Thunderous. So now he's going to get a 2-hit KO with the Thunderbolt, and now my Duosion goes down. So I'm going to have to switch in my Breloom here, which does resist the Thunderbolt. But he decided to stay in and go for another Thunderbolt. I don't know why, but I decided to go for a Spore here just to put something to sleep. But I guess he's just going to leave his Thunderous in and fall asleep. I don't know. But I decided to switch out here and go out to my Armaldo to threaten out his Thunderous because I know he really can't do anything to it. So he decided to switch out here, and he's going to go out to his Conkeldurr as I go for a Stone Edge. And these dogs outside my house won't shut up. So that's kind of unfortunate if you could hear that, but whatever. So the Stone Edge isn't going to do a whole lot to his Conkeldurr, but it still does a decent amount where I can at least 2-hit KO with another attack. So I decided to go into my Breloom here, and he goes for a Drain Punch, and that's going to easily take out my Breloom, but now I get to save switching into my, the Slowbro, which is really good, because now I can go ahead and threaten that out with a Psychic attack, but he decided to stay in here, and he goes for the Bulk Up as I go for the Scald, so that's kind of unfortunate. But in the long run, it isn't going to be helpful to him because the Mach Punch is only going to do a small amount of health to my Slowbro because I do run, like, max defense. I think it's max defense. No, I put, like, some defense investment along with max HP and then max special attack. So I went for another Scald here. That's easily going to take out his Conkeldurr. So now he's going to go out to his his Pikachu. So I'm going to go out to my Piloswine expecting him to go for the Thunderbolt, but instead he predicted that, which is a really good play on his part, I guess. And he goes for a Substitute, then he hits me with a Surf, and that's going to be a 2-hit KO on my Piloswine as I go for an Earthquake to break his sub. And here I was thinking there was a slight chance I could possibly live an Earthquake, or not an Earthquake, a Surf, but instead I die, and I was just like, oh, that's sad. So I decided to go into my Kyurem here, and now I know I'm just gonna go for Nerf Power, take out his Pikachu. He goes for a Thunderbolt. It's not gonna do anything to me because I am a boss and I resist a Thunderbolt. I go for the Earth Power and the Pikachu's dead, and then at this point of the match, all he has left is the Thundurus and the Chandler, and he does have the Steelix. So here, I'm just going to go for another Earth Power, try and take out the Steelix, and here I get a critical hit. I'm not too sure if it mattered or not, because Steelix doesn't have the best special defensive bulk of all time, so that there's a possibility it was just a 100% chance to OHKO. So now the game is pretty much in the bag for me, because all he has left is this Thundurus, which is asleep, and he also has the Chandler. So I go for the Ice Beam here, take out his Thundurus, and that's going to be a clean KO. So Kyurem's pretty much going to finish this game up for me, and then all he has left is the Chandler, and I'm going to be able to outspeed it. So something tells me he wasn't the Scarf set. He may have been the Subcall mindset, but I'll never know because I didn't get to see it. So I go for the Earth Power here, take out a Chandler, and that will be the match. So that'll be GG, TheLastChary. Link will be in the description. I recommend you guys go check him out. He's a pretty nice battler and a good friend of mine. So, hope you guys did enjoy that battle. There will be more in the future. So, without further ado, this is Shoutout signing out, guys, and ciao.